It'll be alright.
Excuse me? Get what from the local park?
Get some generators, go to the local park, mate.
What are we generating?
The
Well, I'm
UK
not sure what
scene.
it is.
UK scene.
Good recovery, I like that.
Well, I wouldn't say we're generating it, we're regenerating it. That's what JGL's
Oh,
about.
I like that. Did you see that video of CGS?
I did not.
It's where there's a CS. There's two CS source teams, and it's like really hyped up. And then the beginning, they're both sitting there ready to play, and there's a woman in the middle just goes 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, go! Like they're not gonna race. Like, why is that necessary?
That sounds absolutely beautiful, and I'm gonna look for that as soon as we're finished here. I'm really hoping we can get into this soon.
Yeah, there's not much more cringe-worthy nonsense we can talk about, to be honest, bro.
Not easily.
As a woman clapping her hands together and saying go. That's what we should do. When the game's going to start, we should go 3, 2, 1, go!
Apparently,
I was going to give you an announcement.
yeah, apparently the pre-made still has 2 spots open, and that will have just been posted in chat. So if you would like to be either of those teams, or if you'd like to play in the pre-made and try for a chance of winning some face-it points and a spot in our league, please do sign up.
Wob, 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 wob. Why are they wobbing? Have you got dubstep on, Weave? Because they're wobbing.
Oh dear, there is
Wob,
dubstep
wob,
on
wob,
over
wob,
our
wob, wob,
speech. This is beautiful.
Oh no.
This is DJ Grimes, speaking up for the UK CSGO scene.
I don't know if they can hear. I don't know if you guys can hear Wee Freeman, but you'll wish you couldn't.
Weef, all I want to ask, Weef, is do you know that that is not the DJ the UK scene wants?
DJ Easy.
But it's the one they deserve.
D
There's one DJ.
DJ
the UK
Easy.
scene wants.
DJ
Exactly. You know, Tom. You know.
Who?
DJ Khalid has nothing on DJ Easy.
I don't know who DJ Easy is.
What? How are you working with JGL and not knowing who
Yeah.
DJ Easy is? Oh my god.
Well, rest in peace.
Someone educate this man.
How are you in JGL if you've not heard of DJ Easy at least once? Sorry,
EZ.
DJ
It's like,
EZ.
oh my god, I got it wrong. DJ EZ.
Thanks,
I feel
Dick.
terrible.
Nah, I'm sticking with DJ Khalid. Thanks, Rogue Sky. For
I'm
the support.
pretty sure that's coloured, mate, not Khalid.
Nah, it's Khalid.
Yeah, you know, it's,
Coloured is if you're like old.
in like all I do is when it goes DJ Khalid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Another one. Another one.
Kermit's not even here, and it has already descended into memes. Brilliant.
It's not a meme. It's just a bit of fun, you know.
No, DJ Khaled is a living meme. Whole point. I mean, if you can get lost on a jet ski in the middle of the night, I think you're a pretty impressive person.
Who did that?
DJ Khaled.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably searching for himself. Searching for the answer. For you. So ungrateful, bro. So ungrateful.
Hey, look, I'm smart, I'm loyal. He appreciates that, alright?
You smart. You loyal. I appreciate that.
Buy your mother a house.
Oh, is there another raffle? Let's go. Let's go, Brod.
It looks like there is another raffle, and it looks like I will be entering it.
I'm all about that, mate. I'm all about that raffle. That raffle life.
See the appeal.
Tell me, how do I pronounce your name again? See this guy in chat, the one with the light green name. Thoray.
Yeah, the one
How
that's
do
a
you say
really
that name?
annoying colour to read.
How
I
do you
don't
say that
know.
name?
The raid, I don't know.
Well, he says Thoraid. Well, the Thoraid.
That's definitely not a no.
Just gonna jump in it before you carry on there. In chat saying it only took 20 minutes to start. It's like a real match. Well, actually, it started quicker than a lot of them. So, and hey, it is a real match.
Well, it's not a fake match. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Anyway, I'm off.
Goodbye, producer Tom. It does look like we'll be hopping into it now, Harold. I'm at 10 seconds left. You know what we've got to do.
Oh, I know. When we get to 3, I'm ready, Brod. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, we're into it. We're into it, Brod. It is only the knife round this side.
Well, I mean, it's not the real start to the game, but it is the spiritual start to the game, and I think that's more important to us at the moment. And both teams, I think, could be vying to win this knife round, as they do want CT side, I would assume. If they don't, they are shifting the meta quite drastically.
Well, that's what Nick used to do, isn't it? They used to just not go for knife rounds, like, the head of the enemy.
I think that was more when they weren't warmed up. It was a way of being able to like give themselves a few rounds of an excuse to get warmed up.
What? Why would they not be warmed up?
I assume because at LAN and stuff, you don't really have, especially at, like the professional LAN, you sort of have to get on the PCs and play.
Yeah,
So,
I know, but like they have warm-up rooms where they have PCs for warming up.
depends on the quality of the LAN.
Yeah, JGL in North Pycombe. Jake, I'd love to do a shoutcast, but I'm afraid my mother is asleep, and I would rather not wake her.
First time Herald's ever been considerate. And it's not to our fans.
Sometimes.
Anyway, we will be into the into the pistol round with Karls, Autists starting on CT side. And it looks like they're just going to be playing fairly standard actually, although only one player there on B. Could end up biting them if the T's do decide to go there.
Yeah, and he's playing a bit of a retake already. Sitting back there, just catching a little glimpse of Coral. Fire off a few shots, not quite connecting. But here's a bit of information there. There are a few players sitting up in alt mid, and if the play does come onto B here, that means that both T's are going to be caught out over there, and maybe in a little bit of trouble. I forgot to put an app before my name on my Twitter handle, so there's an app before that, guys.
I think people will know as the first letter of Herald, a capital H is not an at sign. It does look like we're going to get some aggression coming in here though from Coral, taking a bit of a fight with Big Horny Elephant. Although mostly taking it from behind, so really not going to face that much of a repercussion for his actions. Just going to do a bit of damage, but the T's will be looking to go straight onto that B site. ERF going to be watching from Newbox, almost finding one, going to have to trust a Frost to finish it, and he will. Going to find another one in Aragon, and he's down to 4 health, but he's still going. Can't find anyone now, though. Big Horny Elephant and Gothmog evening the score a little bit, but the health is still going to be in the CT's favor on the retake.
Yeah, into a 3v3 now. YR pushes in, take down Big Horny Elephant. Suddenly 2 players find themselves on the site and a little bit tagged up. Gothmog there, taking a little bit of damage, jumps off. After flanks coming in, and he goes down to Kyo there. And that is going to be the round. Very nice retake there. Taking the attention away from the T's, making them look towards CT. And as it came in, there we go. The shots rang off. Now, I thought I missed a frag there, but I didn't. A player lost connection.
Indeed, and we're going to see a pause coming out. Just as it begins, it ends. We will see a pause called. Looks like it should be a short one, though, as Legolas is going to be back into the game already. Hopefully, we can keep him.
He is swift, Legolas.
Oh, indeed, he is.
See, I didn't realise until this point that they all had Lord of the Rings names.
I didn't know that they did all have Lord of the Rings names. Although I think that might be Swagwan on T side.
Oh, Dale, come on. I made fun of you last game for this, and you've done it again.
I'm not entirely sure on that, but from what I remember, Karls Autists did have YR, a Frost, Kyu, Coral, and ERF on their team, so...
Dale... Disappointing, Dale. Disappointing. To say the least.
That is going to get a bit confusing for us, and we will still be waiting for the match to start. Not entirely sure why at the moment, as all players do seem to be present and ready. I mean, good ping on everybody. So it looks like we should be getting back into it soon.
Yes, the raid.
There it is. Unpause is called, and we'll be back in the action in just a second.
Who is it? Who is it? What? Karls Autists? Yeah, no, I think there's a few different players in there. I did recognise YR and ERF, but I think there's a few because it's a bit of a mix really. So, but yeah, we are back into the game now, and with almost all the T's now walking up alt mid, being very quiet, very cautious about this. The bomb in tow as well. There's no presence elsewhere. However, 3 players sitting back on that B bomb site. They could get caught out here.
They could. Only 2, yeah, as you said, only 2 CTs actually ready for this push, and both holding fairly close angles. If the T's can get a nice flash, they should be okay, but it's not looking great as Coral takes down 2 immediately. YR following up with 2 of his own, and only Aragon left. He manages to find 1. If he can find a second, he might be in a good place. and he does. Just one more left on the side. He's just going to be going for the kills at this point. So getting a bit greedy, going to be dropped by a Frost there. And that's going to be the second round going to Karls Autists.
Yeah, that was really good work actually there. It was looking like a really clean round there coming out the gates. However, getting himself 2 frags, that's going to mean that they're going to go for that buy, and it is going to be a decent amount of money. They got the first round bomb plant, and managing to save a little bit of money in the second round, and giving themselves 2 frags, bro. Not bad work at all.
Indeed, we're actually going to see a fairly good buy coming out from the CTs, but I'd say not really quite where the T's buy is at with 3 FAMASs picked up. The accuracy is going to be a little bit off, so the T's should be looking for those long-range engagements here. I think they would be anyway. We're just going to see them playing it a little bit slow, spreading out and trying to find some picks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, chat. Dale is useless. Remember to tweet at DaleZura. Tell him to get good at game. Hopefully that'll sort it out. But really setting up a very passive default here, the T's. Waiting out. Not pushing anywhere too aggressively. However, you are going to see they take boiler control there. That's going to be a good little push onto A. Actually could walk up here, catch Q out a little bit. Just setting up now, waiting on that default. The bomb is going to get collected now with 56 seconds left in the round. And as you can see, Brod, there's not too much utility here. It's spread out around Swagwan.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of smoke's already been used to hold them off of sight currently, and I think a slight inkling of the thought towards pushing B got shut down by a smoke already. So with all the utility they could really ask for, Karls Autists are going to be pushing very late into the round, but the smoke's not going to go down quick enough. And it almost looked like they were going to get caught out from Library. A couple being tagged quite heavily, but I might have been misinterpreting team damage. A couple of CTs just doing a bit of work, taking down one each, making it slightly more even for the retake.
Yeah, Karl there was sitting in Library. I think he may have been smoked or flashed out, but he wasn't helping his teammates at all. And so they are going to lose them on the site. And without getting too many frags, you've got to think, was it worth it? But the retake is coming in now. ERF is playing around the smoke, and 2 players coming in from that side, but peeks out, takes down one. ERF manages to trade him out, luckily, but Gothmog takes down ERF and log on. Legolas even, with another kill of Karl. He's going to get the first round on the board for Karls Autists. This is already very close. And as you can see from getting those 2 frags in that second round, Swagwan already forced onto an eco hit, bro.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, Karls Autists, I think, are actually the CT-sided team here, looking fairly good coming into the retake, but just, I think the aim was with Swagwan there, and they just managed to take that aim and use it, killing, I think, was it 1 player, well, 2 players in quick succession, then finishing off the rest, and it was just fairly beautiful to watch. Pure aim.
Actually, a bit of a lack of communication there.
Could be it, indeed.
Yeah, as we did see, Coral just waiting out in Library, seeing if he could find anything, but a bit of a stack towards the B side. For some reason, he's decided to go completely the wrong way now and run into 2 players very quickly, but they all go down. Gothmog even deciding to take down Aragon, see if he can even the round up a little bit. Being a little bit unfair, and he peeks to the site, takes down another one. Done a lot of work here. Here's a Legolas, he's on 2, technically he's on 3 frags, as he did take down a teammate, just for good luck. Now Big Horny Elephant holding down the flank, gonna find one, can't quite connect the shots. It's gonna be just 2 left. Paragon getting himself another team kill, and now just left a Big Horny Elephant, finding one in the back. But this is really sloppy work from Swagwan. They may get themselves the round, but 2 team kills, bro.
I mean, apart from that, it would have been a clean round, so that is, if nothing else, really going to hurt their economy, if not team play together. Only got 1 left now, and that's going to be YR, just playing in apartments, looking to pick up actually one of the AKs that they managed to drop and fall back with it. And he's going to almost manage, spotted out by Big Horny Elephant, who I think is going to take the peak and will find him to finish the round off. That's going to be the second round for Swagwan.
Yeah, very sloppy work there. And what this means, Rod, is that going into the next round, if they lose too many players, they could be forced onto an eco very easily.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 players who wouldn't have had to, having to rebuy now, that is going to put their economy in quite a bad place. And the CTs, again, going to be on that force buy with those pistols up close, looking to do some damage. And I mean, they didn't manage last round, but if they can bait out any more TKs, they're in very good positions for their buy.
First frag coming out there from old Pippin, followed up by Legolas, taken down Coral, and Gothmog with another one. These frags are coming in thick and fast. Now just 2 CT players left alive, split themselves between both sides, and Rod, with there is still a deagle. And when there's a deagle, there's hope.
When there is a deal, there is hope. Some players can excel with it, and we've got to hope ERF is one of those at this point, as he is going to be pushing up from mid. Not really the best angle to try and take sight from, as he will be very exposed from pit, but potentially the only angle they have, as Q will be scared away. Doesn't look like it's going to matter, though, as he will go down to Peregrine Took, and it is now all on Keo if he wants to try and take the round.
Yeah, personally at this point, and there's not too much to lose. He might as well see if he can find himself an exit frag. That's what he's going to be looking here on Elephant, but no. He will be taken down by the biggest of horny elephants.
Oh, indeed he will, and that's going to actually be quite awful for him. Big Horny Elephant originally, well, initially looking like he might not check the angle, but just catching him off guard in that last second. Doesn't matter much, though, as Karls Autists will be coming in with a buy this round. Orp on YR. Inferno, not the best map for Orping, but if he can get a quick pick mid, this could be crucial. And he's going to look to do just that. He sees one, but he can't quite hit the shot. And it does look like they're going to get 3 of their players up towards that B site.
Absolutely, these Lord of the Rings characters. Let's call them the Fellowship. They're not the Swagwan anymore, they're the Fellowship. Plus an elephant and Gothmog. But the push is going to be coming down Banana here. 2 players ready to respond to it as the smokes go down. You can see now what the T's are doing, just trying to bait out those smokes. They've got the lurk in place, so if any pushes come out, he's ready to handle it. And you can see RF being a little bit cautious there. Afrost just looking over the fence, seeing if anyone's going to be cheeky enough to boost up. So far, not going to get anything, but Coral, very nice boost there. Unfortunately, it's not going to see too much action as the player's coming towards B, and here we go, the play comes in. ERF there, sitting on the high, going to peek out, try and get the frags, but he can't quite find anything. As his teammate burns to death, ERF finally going to get a frag back. Finding himself in a bit of a difficult situation, as on the flank now, Pippin takes down 1. May find himself another, as he peeks around the corner, he does take him down. Now just 2 CT players left, and Orp is in play. ERF on just 3 HP.
I mean, realistically, ERF doing what he could from that Spools position, but you might have hoped for more from him, as it wasn't initially smoked off, I don't think. As it stands out, it will just be a 2 versus 4 retake. Potentially not even going to go for the retake, as it is notoriously difficult in Inferno, and they have an Orp to lose. YR going to make sure he can save that, and ERF just going to be looking for any cleanup kills he can get. Not going to happen, though, as Legolas will end up ending his life. Good work, though, from the CTs, as they managed to take it down to 2 players left from 4, and that's actually going to be 1, as I think Aragon dies to the bomb there, so a lot of rebuys coming out from the Fellowship here.
Yeah, absolutely, but look at that economy, man. How did they get so much economy? Oh, 10k there on Pippin.
Fortunately, that's going to take a little bit of denting now, as he will have to buy something up from... Actually, no. AK left on the ground, he's still... Oh, wait, no. Graphical glitch. Yep, 5k left on him.
Yeah, okay.
I was about to say.
Yeah. But interestingly there, I think they could have held on to that site. ERF got an opening flag as they pushed into the site. However, a Frost just burnt to death. I mean, from full health, just burnt to death. How does that happen? How does that happen?
I don't have a clue. I mean, I've seen a lot... I don't know what it is. I've seen a lot of times, especially in pro games, people will stand in a Molotov and maybe just not realize for a little while, or not react to it for a little while. Maybe just holding onto that angle for a bit too long there cost him his life.
ERF with the Deagle gets 1. Big Horn Elephant goes down. But there's not going to be too much to follow it up, especially when they put smoke down. ERF going to try and get himself that AK-47, but he's been hiding away, takes down 1. 47 going to look onto Gothmog, but his teammate's already there. Coral takes the head off Gothmog there. This is looking a little bit dangerous now for the T's. ERF pushing around the side. The bomb's down in the open here. Suddenly, this is looking like a really worrying situation. Just Legolas and Aragorn left now. An Orp and an AK-47 in play. But YR has his own. He saved it from last round. So, the bomb in the open. T's need to get this back, and they need to do something quickly.
I mean, if I was the T's, I'd be worried right now, and they should just be looking to take the fight. It looks like Legolas is going to do that. Almost holding the wrong angle, but going to find the flick, and that just leaves 3 remaining. If Coral peeks now, he is going to go down. And Legolas is going to be trying to do any other cleanup he can, finding a Frost. And it's just going to be all about trying to get that plant, which Aragon looks like he's going to manage to do. And now the CT's really... I was about to say not looking like they have a hope, but as Coral picks up Legolas, it is back on 2 versus 1, and that 1 is an AWP. We're going to have to see some Kenny S stuff here from Aragon. He's going to find the first. Just Coral left to try and get that bomb defused, and he's going to go for the spray. Hits it, and Aragon is down. Karls Autists finding their 3rd round from what was, I think, an eco or a force buy.
Yeah, what a round there from Karls Autists. Really good teamwork actually coming out there. And that was some impressive stuff. The teamwork there, the peaks were perfect. I mean, what? That was really quite something there from Karls Autists. I started off with that 1D coming out at the beginning of the round, and then the man in pit and the man in apps just working together, 1-2, 1-2. You know, the T's not quite sure who they're going to be shooting at. And so the situation develops. Suddenly, it's a 4 versus 2. The T's did quite well to recover from that, but at the end of the day, if you're 2 players down, at the end of the day, you know, very good round there from Karls Autists.
It's just not going to look good for you. I can see that point, and we are going to see... Well, we're going to see the play coming up Banana. It's going to be a one-way smoke on Car, and if Aragon pushes out, he could be in trouble. Pre-fire in the right spot, though, does some damage to a Frost. Not really enough to warrant the risk at this point.
Very cheeky little one-way there, but I hope it did a little bit of damage. Not sure if that was planned or just accidental, but still very nice to see. I mean, we're going to see now 4 players pushing down, trying to attack onto this B site. Frost is going to be holding the angle as the Molotov comes in. It should dissuade these hunting T's. Pippin gets caught in the side by Coral with a really nice push into Boiler there. That's going to be the Lurker dead. And this potentially should indicate something, as you see now 2 CTs rotating over. The T's are going to be running into a stacked site here. Molotovs come in, however. This time Frost will be trying not to die straight away. Frost now spamming through the smoke, finds himself one, but not quite doing the damage to the others. And now Coral splashes himself very simply through the smoke. Gets one. Right the hell, gets 2. Final man to go down. Big Horny Elephant. That is the round for Karls Autists. And you saw that the information play. Coral took down Pippin. They knew he was the Lurker straight away. Well, they were over.
I mean, this is the problem. Pippin has already established himself as the lurk for his team, and they know that at this point. And he seems to want to go for that aggressive lurk round after round. Seems to want to push into them and see if he can find that free frag or that cheeky frag as his team are pushing. He's not just waiting for the rotators, and I think that might be a more effective style against this team. YR definitely not wanting to wait for anything though. Going to go for the early peek, not finding anyone. And actually putting himself in a bit of a dangerous position to begin with up against pistols. But he will retreat and will recover. So it's all looking good at this point. I think they should know by this point. Swagwan is going for that second mid push. Just wanting to get some work done up close with the Tech 9s.
Absolutely. We are going to see similar, or at least crossfire coming out here. We've got one in Graveyard and one in Pit. So the idea, man in Graveyard baits those shots, as we see Aragon doing there, trying to bait out the shot from YR, and it is perfect. And there we go, the crossfire comes into effect. Coral just peeks out after the attention's been taken, takes down 2. Now, just 3 left, and YR with York takes down the first man. He's going to see the second, no, can't quite connect with it. Gothmog gets through, but going to find the rifle of a Frost and the final man going down there. Big Horny Elephant hits the ground. That is the round in the bag for Karls Autists, getting themselves the advantage as well now, 5-4.
In that again, I think you can just see the teamwork coming in, the communication coming in. They know they're there, they call it in, and Gothmog, it just runs straight into one of the CTs. I think it was a Frost there on the rotate. It's just got to be devastating for him. He didn't have a clue that there was going to be a CT there that quickly. As far as he was concerned, they were still recovering from the apps push. And the T's actually going to go for that early B aggression up on Banana. Going to find YR's AWP though and nothing else. Absolutely gutting for them at this point in the round.
What should be happening now? They see that YR's just got a kill, so they should know. YR is the AWP, he's always playing on A. We should go fast now onto A and we're getting ourselves an advantage. However, they've given time to Karls Autists. YR's in position now. He's ready to take the peak, and he's ready to stop the push.
I mean, that's the thing you see time and time again. A lot of people ignore the fact that if you see the AWP on B, either the play on A is not going to be as good as it could be, or you are going to have a player out of position. So, in this case, it'll be Q playing on A side. I think he's normally a B player. He's going to get flashed. He's actually going to find both of them as they completely ignore him going around that corner. Coral going to have a chance to come in from behind and take the bomb out as Q goes for the kill. And YR, slightly laggy shot there, going to find Pippin through a wall. Absolutely beautiful from the CT, losing one player to end a full buy.
Absolutely, that from Kyo there. Just perfect play. He was playing right on the edge of the smoke. Both players run straight past him. Gets himself both frags. Really nice play there. He's going to be seeing the eco back on Swagwan. This isn't looking good so far.
Oh, I would beg to disagree, actually. I'd say that 4 rounds at this point on your T half is not looking awful at all. If you can get 6, you are there, and they're going to be going for that straight up pistol aggression. Kyu actually running out of bullets, finding two, but not able to get the third. That's going to be Karls' job, and he'll find the third. YR quickly with the fourth, and it's just Pippin now. Not on the lurk this round. I was going to say him with a chance, but apparently not, as Coral finds him through the dissipating smoke.
Yeah, and that is going to be 7 rounds on the board here. To be honest, Rod, I don't know. I don't think 4 rounds is too good. Well, hang on. You know, if they can get themselves 11-4, hell, that will be quite a T-half for them.
I mean, realistically, 6 rounds is what I would be shooting for. 5 is the minimum, I think, on Inferno that you're really wanting, as it is quite easy for a decent T-side to shut down the CT economy quickly. Unfortunately, they did lose the pistol round as far as I'm aware, so they didn't quite have a chance to do that here. But once again, we will be seeing full buy rounds. Pippin going to be playing towards that A site, and the rest of his team playing towards B, and we might see him found again. And obviously that would signal to the CT exactly what's going on. They don't seem willing to change it, and that might be to their detriment.
Yeah, and the push is going to be going down banana here. 3 players still on the A site. Well, I can see they're rotating now. Frost is coming over, but YR opens it up. Gets that kill onto Gothmog, and suddenly the T's find themselves spinning around, going a different direction, coming over towards the safe site. But Keo once again on that balcony area, going to be looking down. On the Overwatch, going to take down one there. His teammate comes through, Paul goes down. And Keo goes down as well. Big Horny Elephant there, trying to do a bit of damage to his teammates, keeping alive. But Frost pushing through the smoke, finds the headshot of Big Horny Elephant, and suddenly a 2v3 situation, and both T's sitting on the site here. They can't get out, can't get into those afterplants, and Legolas trying, goes down. Just the low player now, Aragon. 2 flashes, and AK-47 going to get caught out here. ERF been a little bit over-aggressive, finds himself the frag, and the defuse comes in. 8-4, Brod.
I mean, again, that is just quite typical. We see there a little bit of a cheeky rotate coming in at the end once they lose that player, but that player dying to needless aggression regardless. He jumped through a smoke into a Molotov and the AWP that's facing that angle. No flashes, I don't think. No utility used to try and push him through. It was a flawed plan from the start coming out of Swagwan there. I think we will have a see them on max loss bonus, and therefore able to buy up once again with that plant. So we're going to see a similar thing coming out. They're going to be going for that early banana aggression, but there will be 2 CTs there already. ERF holding with the AWP. They don't expect a frost afterwards. He's going to pick up one. ERF refacing the angle. And they're going to have to push soon and try and get something back. And Gothmog will do just that. He doesn't think ERF's still holding it, though. Almost dies, but in the end, ERF whiffs. And he does take the kill. And that's going to put it straight into a 3 versus 3. The CT pushing through the smoke. That'll be Coral. Dropped by Aragon before he can get anything done, though. And it's all down to the 2 in Banana, Q and YR.
Is this the collective? Oh, so close, no. Keo goes down. YR still taking that peek. Pulls out the chalice. Trying to spam through there. Can't quite get it. 52 HP still on. He's on the Elephant. He's playing a dangerous game here. Still with that AWP. Just watching down Banana. Puts the nade down. Ties up poor YR. Just a 43 HP. YR now with the AWP. Trying to see what he can get done, but the retake is off the table at this point. The bomb is too far ticked. He goes in, gets one, but 16 HP left on him. That P250 is going to do the damage and take him down. It's going to be the 5th round on the board there. Full Karls Autists.
I mean, I can see what YR was doing there. Their economy is great on Karls Autist side. So just trying to take a little bit more money away from Swagwan to damage theirs, and it looks like it will work. Every single player below 2,000 at this point, if they lose this round, it could be over for them, especially as they are going to have that economic reset in effect.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, this economy now, for Karls Autists, is being built up over the last few rounds. They have the economy. You know, they can go for 2 rounds now, and they can hold on to that. So, not going to get easy for Swagwan anytime soon, especially as second on to last round. You know, they're not going to eco again.
Oh, they're not. And I mean, Swagwan have already got what they need. If they can get any more rounds after this, it will just be icing on the cake, in my opinion. 6 rounds would be good. 7 would be an absolutely ridiculous T-half, and would put them in great positions for their CT. We're actually going to see Pippin spotting out Coral there through the pillar. I assume just the side of his model showing. Coral obviously not able to get anything in return as he could not see the player. Gonna go for that aggressive repeat to put the molly in. Caught off by Aragon, though, who was holding the angle for his friend. And that's just beautiful teamwork, resulting in a kill and an advantage from the T's. Now they can slow it down here. Still got about a minute on the clock to make their decision.
Yeah, absolutely. 4v5 here, sorry. Now, the CTs, they really need to go for a bit of an aggressive play. They need to get the advantage back into their hands, but these are not giving it to them. All holding back, all waiting out, so that when the execute does come in, it will all be there.
They're playing this beautifully. You can see the CTs squirming. A Frost there on the rotate, just going back and forth. And Pippin, sorry, taking that little bit of attention off, drawing the rotate just as the T's push in, and they're going to be on the site already. Gothmog and Pippin picking up one apiece, and that's going to be 2 CTs left. If they can stop the bomb plant though, it's all over. I think the smoke and a little bit of fear just stopping a Frost trying that strategy. I don't think we're going to see the retake now.
No, the dunk nade coming in and Big Horny Elephant holding the angle with the AWP. You got to be a little afraid of that, especially when you hear that shot ring off. You know that something's going to be coming, and there we go. He's going to be opting for that save. Probably the best call at this point.
I mean, honestly, this is one of the biggest problems with Inferno from a CT's perspective, is that once the bomb goes down, if they have the advantage in players, you are in an awful position to try anything.
Yeah, and he is going to be found out eventually. Aragon going on that long flank, trying to find him. He does get him eventually. That is going to mean they are going to have to fully buy up again. And we are going to see the scout coming out there on Coral. Not the best thing, especially on a map like this. There's not much you can do with it. There's not too many places where it's particularly efficient.
I mean, realistically, just probably looking to use it for a bit of tagging damages. As you pointed out, there's not many there's not many jump scout positions on Inferno at all. More of a close range map, which is why AWPs aren't really seen in effect quite as much either. So a double sniper setup with one of the weakest in the game, not looking particularly great for the CTs here.
Absolutely, but the smoke does come in. Frost has herself a little bit of banana control. Top banana being controlled by the CTs here. Quite important if you want to get that early round aggression, but with 3 players all the way towards the B site, they are going to need to hold on to that. Could get a little bit dangerous. Big on Elephant there, just trying to spam through the smoke, not going to find anything. And with only 2 players on the A site here, if one goes down, suddenly it becomes a bit of a worrying situation, bro. Flame comes in there, Pippin going to be taking a little bit of damage, and smoke coming in there from the T's, going to go down. And now, almost 4 players inclining to go towards that B site queue there.
I was going to say, the problem is the CT's just delaying them so much in their push. They should have time for the rotate. I think it's just the fact they're completely unsure of where the bomb's actually going to be headed at this point that stops that full rotate coming into effect. We are still going to have YR watching angles though, and he'll find one through the edge of a smoke. Looks for the second, aiming in the right place, just unfortunately not there for him, but he finds Gothmog at close range. Aragon going to pick one up for himself, and Coral actually putting that scout to use, showing us that you can use a scout in Inferno if you're just good enough. Not quite a match for the Tech 9 though.
EU just sitting in sight, so patient, waiting for those T's to come to him, and finally they do. Now just Big Horny Elephant, he finds himself Q, puts himself into a 1v1 situation here, finds the second man, but doesn't expect a Frost from the same angle, peeks around, takes him down. That is going to be the 9-6 scoreline coming out here.
Honestly, I'd call that luck from a Frost there in the last round.
Absolutely.
The CT's just given him 3 1v1s in a row, and if he was looking the right way, that could have been curtains for them. Absolutely, well, absolutely beautiful AWPing actually coming out there from Big Horny Elephant towards the end. And just unfortunate for him, he was looking in that direction, but 6 rounds on their T side, not bad by any stretch.
Well, to be honest, but I'd like to have seen more, you know. We know Karls' Autists CT side from Dust 2 wasn't quite as strong. So, potentially there could have been a bit of room for exploitation, and goddammit, Azura's back in. Tag me in, coach, I'm ready.
I'd potentially argue that you might be right in that, but I would also say, as they picked Inferno, and it is a heavily CT-sided map, they potentially, or in my opinion, they probably would have some sort of CT side figured out for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a 96 score, and it's not too bad. You know, it's definitely something you can work with. And so, going on to their CT side, I don't think Swagwan will be too upset with that. You know, it would have been nice to get more, especially some rounds that they lost for odd reasons, you know, full eco kind of things. But at the end of the day, they've made it through. They're on the other side, and they're still swinging, bro. They're still swinging.
And if they can pick up this pistol round, they're looking in a very good position. It would actually put them at evens with Karls' Autists as they went into the first gun round, which would be extremely good for them. If they don't quite manage to pick up the pistol round, then it could be looking awful. Does look like there'll be an extra Glock on the floor in T-spawn due to Azura's absence. Well, a couple of extra Glocks, but really nothing much to be shouted about. Not a particularly powerful weapon at this point, so I think we can let it slide.
Yeah, well, we're forgiving people.
If it were a USP, particularly with the ammo capacity of that gun, that might be an advantage, but with a Glock, you know, I don't think you're going to need more than 120 rounds. Yeah. 140 rounds if you include the first mag.
Some next level strap rod.
What, just shooting 140 rounds and then needing a second?
Yeah, why not?
Unless you can use a Glock like a Negev, I'm not seeing that happen.
A Negev Glock. I like that. I like that.
You can make it work, you can make it work. And I'd say that that'd be something I'd like to see.
Yeah, well, you know, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, bud. That's what Mama tells me. And I have just seen a tweet, apparently I am a mama's boy.
I thought you were going to go for water boy in that sense, but...
Mama's man, I think you'll find, Mr. Jakeon. Rude. Goodness.
I don't think not wanting to wake your mum up is being a mama's boy, to be honest.
No, it's kind of the opposite, because if I do wake her up, she's going to hit me. I'm going to get whipped, man.
I don't want that image again. I heard about some of the stuff you've been up to, mate. Not what I'm looking for. It looks like the pause might continue a bit longer, though, as Peregrine is going to be out of the server at the moment.
Rest in peace, Pippin.
And a member of Karls Autists is going to be AFK also, so just a bit of a pause coming in.
Oh, good banter, ERF. Good banter. Fellowship of the Ping. I like it. Are we on a break, Mr. Wee Freeman? As in, background? Or not? Okay, so they can see the good banter. Elephant noise. Oh, goodness. Take it down, Tom. Take it down. Oh, Lord. Cheers, Aragorn, mate. Cheers for that.
I think that was taken a little too far there.
Yeah.
And ERF confirming he does not have a wife. There's nothing better than telling a load of teenagers and early 20s people that you are lonely at whatever age he is.
Yep. Tweet at Dale Zero. Back in your cup. Because you can.
If Dale hasn't changed his at name by now, I'm going to be a little bit surprised.
I want to be a little bit upset, to be honest.
Actually, I don't think I will be surprised. I think upset is the right word, as I don't think he wants the abuse he would receive. It does look like Pippin is going to be back in the server now. Hopefully on a decent ping.
I think we've broken Producer Tom.
He is just laughing maniacally at the moment. It's slightly worrying. Fortunately for me, he doesn't know where I live, so...
What?
I think that was him trying to say it, or do I? But you can never be sure. We will be jumping into the second pistol round now. Not too much armor brought up on the CT side. There are only two there with it. The rest with some nades and a diffuse kit on Aragorn. Potentially says they might be looking at some sort of strategy.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a little bit of utility. However, at the end of the day, this is a pistol round. It's all about fast pace, all about moving on, getting out there. However, if they're using too much utility, they could just find that the Ts just rush through it, get on with it, and get some work done. We are going to see 4 men here and apps just bursting out. There's only 1 man ready to respond to this. That's Big Elephant Boy sitting in at hit there, biding his time. He hasn't found anything yet. He's going to be found out. Q takes him down, but luckily Gothmog there to trade it out. Takes down ERF. Down 4v4 situation, especially as a Frost takes down 2. That's going to give them the advantage. Suddenly, just Aragorn and Legolas left. Legolas manages to get himself a frag. However, 2v3, this next frag could be important, and Legolas takes it. Now, just YR and Coral left. They've done a hell of a lot of work so far in this game, but 1 man in pit, 1 man all the way back in apps. So, poor YR is left all on his own here. Not going to have any support, and there we go. He's going to go down. Suddenly, just Coral. And that bomb is being defused here. This is not looking good at all. He peeks out, and he takes... Oh, no, bro!
That is awful for him. Coral finding both frags, but the bomb defused literally a fraction of a second earlier. That has got to sting for him. Luckily for the CTs, Aragon did have that kit and was able to make that work. I think maybe the T's not quite expecting that sort of a play, just due to the sheer amount of utility used. We will have the CTs able to buy up everything they so wish. The T's going to be taking a little bit of a cheaper option as they're going to be looking for those AKs next round. As a result of that, though, I was going to say we're not going to see much damage coming out from them, but Pippin going to be taken down to 32 health by Karls P250 in mid.
Yeah. However, Coral did take a little bit of damage himself. He's not getting that trade completely for free. And the push now coming down Banana. I think, bro, the idea here, get themselves a plant, get to the site, and after that, anything they can get is good. And here comes the push. Pushing down very quickly. Aragon with that P90, guys. A monster when you hear that thing rip. You don't want to get it too close, but both B players are down now. Trying to find himself the plant key, getting straight in there. The CT cannot move fast enough to find him. Joshua finally gets there, and you can see the frustration in his P19.
Again, it's going to come down to a fraction of a second, but that will give the T's a very strong butt into the next round. Going to be potentially even able to find an AWP if they so wish to counter the CTs. We're going to be on not nearly as much. Potentially going to maybe get a couple of M4s out, but nothing much to speak of. There will just be AKs across the board for the T's, but nades picked up, and as we all know, on Inferno, those Molotovs can be the difference between a sight and a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw in the first gun round before, a Frost just gone, burnt away, burnt to crisp. Nothing left of a Frost. He wasn't a Frost, he was a fire.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
We are going to see an aggressive push come out from Big Horny Elephant here, and he's going to find a Frost, the first to go down once again. And that's going to be horrible for the T's. 4 versus 5, and the CTs know how to play this. They're just going to fall back, hunker down those sites, and take the jewels as they come.
Yeah, all 4 remaining T's now sitting in the bottom Banana, waiting to see what may come to them. But the T's know that all they have to do is sit back, relax, and wait for the push now. They have the smokes to sit back on. Even one smoke being saved here on Big Horny Elephant Boy. Ready to put it down.
Honestly, it's just going to come down to how much they can hold this choke point. That's going to be the Molotov. The T's delayed even more, and it's going to come right down to the line here. 45 seconds remaining, and the T's do look dedicated to that B push.
Yeah, Big Horny Elephant unfortunately in no position to put that smoke down, but coming out now. Legolas sprays down YR. That's going to be the first frag, and that P90 once again rips open, takes down 2, finds himself a 3rd as well. And that is going to be the round on the board for Swagwan, equaling it out to a 9-9 scoreline. God, I can't talk, but
fortunately, you can't sometimes. Luckily, you can the majority of the time.
Yeah,
and we're actually... It looks like we're going to see Swagwan pulling ahead here then. Or that's going to be the most likely outcome, as we will see Karls Autists on an eco once again. Really just a few pistols bought up and nothing else. It's nice to see a smoke or a flash when T's decide to go for this kind of a buy, just to give them that little bit of a chance to plant the bomb. It does look like they're just going for the straight rush, going to be heading out of balcony here. Well, Pippin taking 1 with a nade and a 2nd with an M4, make that a 3rd. Pippin going wild, and Gotham are going to be looking to find that 4th, but Kiyu is just going to retreat.
Yeah, if I were him, I'd be feeling a little bit sweaty at this point. A little bit scared because there are about 4 hungry CTs coming towards me. Legolas finally going to do the damage. Takes him down with a hacker kill. That's a collateral. And a headshot. That's a hacker kill, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not a hacker. I'm not saying he's a hacker. I'm just saying...
Definitely not saying he's not.
I'm definitely not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is, but I'm definitely not saying he's not.
Message received. Copy that. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
We are going to see a strong buy coming out from the T here, and actually YR choosing to go for that AWP, which T-side Inferno, not necessarily the most bought item. Very good in mid, but when it gets to that late game and you want to be pushing a site, it really does fall off as you tend to be in those close angles, or you tend to be fighting those close angles.
ERF, however, opens it up, takes down the player on B. Now, once again, Brod, we should be seeing a very quick rotation over towards that B site, playing off the pick that they've got, but they're not going to see that. They're going to bait out the rotate, and they're just going to stay there, and a Frost being a little bit cheeky, trying to push through that fire, trying to get himself killed in the fire again. He just loves it too much, Brod, but he goes down for his troubles and equals it out in a 4v4 situation now.
I mean, honestly, I think he's a bit like my counsel, and he's just trying to get rid of the Frost. That was absolutely awful. Anyway, it does look like we're going to be seeing the T's pushing onto A site here once the Molotovs have stopped raining in on them. Smoke's going out, and I'm not sure if that graphical clip's there for him, but if it was, he's going to be very lucky. Another Molotov going down to block their progress though, and at this point the CTs on B should at least maybe be pushing a little bit aggressive on Banana instead of rotating CT.
Yeah.
Legolas luckily still going to be there though.
Oh, but it was all a fake, bro. It was all a fake. Coral gonna give his life for the fake, but it's not gonna matter because still rotated back. Pippin there already. Maybe back to this location, back of the site's gonna pick up, find one, maybe find the head of another, takes down ERF. Suddenly just wire alive, goes down. In the end, gives 11-9 now. This is looking a little bit worrying for Karls Autists on their map pick of the first map.
And honestly, you've got to feel bad for them. They're just not even checking oranges, assuming that they've drawn the rotates before they've actually seen anything to confirm, and it just bites them right in the arse, and that's going to be a horrible sinking feeling from them as they get caught from behind. Either way, they will be on an eco with this round, maybe a quasi-buy. They will be buying up that armor and some of those pistols, just trying to get the quick aggression onto B, and it looks like it's going to work. Coral finding one. Gothmog and Aragon still here though, so maybe that 3-stack towards B working off and the Molotov paying off even more. Gothmog finding 2. Aragon coming in for the next 2. What a spray. The control coming in from Aragon to finish off that round, and I think one player lost on Swagwan's side. Karls Autists really not able to get much in this half so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Very quick round there, shutting it out, bringing it to 12 rounds on the CT side. That's not bad at all, bro. That's not bad at all. And now we are going to be seeing a bit more of a default coming out from the T's. Playing a little bit more scared now, sitting back, not willing to push up, get those aggressive positions. As you can see, potentially it might not pay off for them, as it means the early picks can't quite go their way.
Well, I mean, regardless of how it pays off this round, it is nice to see a team actually adopting a change of pace halfway through the game, as it does tend to throw the opposing team off a little bit. Not going to throw the aim off though, as Big Horny Elephant finds one almost immediately, and that's going to put the T's at a bit of a deficit. Just playing very slowly now, just trying to edge their way towards wherever they can find a pick and praying it works out for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, not so far. I'm not sure why he's ripping casters. Why rip casters? Why rip us? Oh, Legolas gets back in there. Takes down YR now, just a 3v5 situation for the T's, and they find themselves a little bit fragmented. Spread out, the bomb brought out in mid there. But what I've noticed, brother, is that we've seen little to no pushes from the CTs.
I mean, the CTs are just playing that very tight, like, site-based defense, and I think on Inferno that's really what you need. You don't want to give the T's anything for free, and Legolas won't. Picking up a Frost through what I thought was a smoke, but apparently wasn't going to go for that repeat. Almost taking ERF. I think just not shooting the second time. We're going to lose half his health for that mistake. Still only 2 T's left to make something work, and they're going to give their position away through that nade. A little bit of a cheeky double jump coming out from ERF there to try and hide himself. Not going to work as well for his friend. Keo dropping to Big Horny Elephant. And it is just ERF left, holding onto that AWP for dear life.
Bro, did you get a lot of the Riggs reference wrong?
Essentially.
Because apparently we're being fired.
I've not read the books in about 2 years, and not seen the films in a long while either.
Hashtag boycott the casters is being put in chat. I blame
Go
you
for it,
this.
boys.
I blame you for this, Rod. It's not looking too good here. This is this nice little tag there from YR. Does take Big Horny Elephant down to just 1 HP. He's going to be a little bit worried now. If they sneeze from a good distance, he will go down.
The T's just... I mean, the T's for the first time, I think, actually, getting that early round damage in. Unfortunately for them, not quite able to finish it off, as that would have given them an opening frag and something big to work with.
Yeah, but in the day, not a frag. That AK-47 is still going to be functioning. They're still going to be shooting. They're not looking quite as good as it could be. Still 5 counter-terrorists alive, and I think the Big Horny Elephant there just going to be sitting back, letting them come into his angles to save himself. trouble. Aragorn there going to be taking a bit of an offhand peek there. Not getting himself flashed in. Just go out for it. Gothmog there. Takes down one. Takes himself a second one as well. YR goes down. But play hack. Not play hack. ERF even. Takes down the man in the pit. He was the low man. But traded out by Gothmog there. Now just 2 T's left alive. They're going to be walking straight into the clutches of Gothmog and Pippin. But could be a lot less damage potentially here. They could have been a situation going towards that B site, but unable to do it. Keo now going to be taking that peek onto Gothmog, but being very careful there. The Orc in danger, hiding himself away.
Honestly, their slow style almost paying off for them as they do force the rotate from Peregrine there. And Gothmog going to be helpless to stop the plant in pit, going to just be looking for an extra frag and won't find it immediately. Peregrine taking one, and it's just Q left, and he's going to drop as well. And that's just going to be another round to Swagwan here, picking up every round so far this half.
Yeah, this is a bit of a stomping. Like I said, Rod, I wasn't sure if 6 rounds was going to be enough. I've never been so wrong.
Indeed, 8 rounds in a row now. Absolutely ridiculous play coming out from Swagwan here. 2 rounds to go until they win if they take them both, but 1 round from match point. Karls Autists got to be feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, this is it. Make or break time. Oh, they need to win this round. Otherwise they're going to be staring down match point, and that was absolutely perfect. Coral once again trying to be cheeky, does get rewarded. Finally takes down Pippin and spams through and gets Gothmog. What a little play. Coming up from Coral, he was audacious, he took the risk, and he's given his team the advantage. Finally, they needed it so bad, but the big woolly elephant in apartments tries to do some damage, but taken down by YR. Now just 2 left, and Coral finishes it off. 4k in the round. Huge work coming out from him, and he does take the round for his team. 10-14, their first T-side round.
I mean, if they can start building off this, they should be in good stead, but it's not going to be easy. The CT economy is still extremely strong at this point, and as they're not going for any rifle, any snipers, I think it's going to continue to look that way for a while to come.
Yeah, absolutely. But the only Orc is alive on the T side. Finally, does a bit of damage, takes down Pippin, gives them the 4v5 situation, and finally, Rob, we're seeing them work off the picks. They're going fast now. They're getting in. Smoke maybe a little bit off there. However, the site has been wrapped around. ERF goes down to Gothmog. The trade back. However, the T's have a lot of positional control here. They have called Gothmog pinned down, but Big Connie left takes down one. Legolas on the rotate takes down another one. And Frost goes down. Suddenly, YR Coral managed to trade it back out. It's a 2v2 situation here, but the low man goes down. Coral hits the ground with a thud. Now YR, he has the bomb, and he's fleeing at double speed over to that B site. Gonna plant, gonna get that bomb down. He has a little bit of utility to hold off the push. That's exactly what he's gonna have to do. Once that bomb goes down, Brod, this is a dire situation.
I mean, the CT's really going to need to realize this soon, as once he's got the bomb down, he has control completely. That AWP on the B site going to give him a hell of an advantage. I mean, he's still paranoid. He thinks they've noticed, but neither of the CT's going to realize until they hear that sound, and that will be the cue. They should not push from the same angle here. It's looking like they're going to.
I think the best idea here, Brod, is to overwhelm. Don't forget they have 2 Molotovs in play here. And kits.
And I want to see a bit of a distract tactic going on where you assume with an AWP he's going to be watching down that CT angle, so you send one up banana and send one there, but they are just going to be Molotoving over, as you said. Clearing out angles and pushing one by one. Almost going down is Gothmog, but fortunately for the CTs, he's going to stay alive.
Yeah,
and get the defuse as well.
Just overwhelm the AWP, get him out of position, and just throw bodies at him. That was the best course of action, and that's exactly what they did. They executed it, and that is going to be match point from Swagwan. It was looking so good. They had that opening pick, but they couldn't quite get it rolling. As those 2 men working together, Gothmog, Legolas on the flank, just did all the work, and they got it done. They got it done.
Indeed. A little bit of lag there on my screen. I'm not sure if you got that. We are going to be into match point. The T's have everything to do, and Legolas is going to open it up with a swift kill onto Corral. And that's just going to be devastating for the T's, especially as YR goes down to Aragorn. 3 left now against 5. And it doesn't look like they can do it at this point. They're going to have to pull off a hell of a play to make this work for them at all. And it does look like that's just what they're going to be trying. ERF spotting over the smoke. Potentially going to be going for that B push.
Yeah, not quite paying off for them. And they're finding themselves a little bit lost now. Not quite sure where to go. Not quite sure where they're going to get the best opportunity. And right now, there's really nowhere that's going to be easy for them. They are going to have to fight their way into this site. They have the utility, however. There's still a smoke there on Q. He can still smoke off that choke point. And now a Frost going up to A. If he can find a pick, his team will come. If he can't, that may just be the end of this game. Flashes himself in, but both Pippin and Gothmog are there, ready to respond. CT's may just know what's going on here.
It still doesn't look like they've realised. All CT's still holding extremely static angles right up until Legolas finds those kills. Only Q left now, 16 points of health, and we're going to see the rotates coming in, but it won't be necessary. Gothmog finding the kill very quickly indeed. That's going to be 16-10 to Karls. Wait, was that the Swagwan on the first map? We really need to get those top halves sorted out.
Yeah, but that was their map pick. That was Karls Autists' map pick.
They lost.
And they haven't done it. They
Yeah.
haven't done it. And so they're going to be going onto Mirage. That's Swagwan's map pick. And this could get a little bit worrying. Tom, I don't know, are we going for a quick break while we wait for the map to load, or while we wait for the players to get ready for this map?
And I'm back in. We can do a quick breakdown of what you think went wrong in the last game and what went right. Otherwise, we can go into a short break.
Wonderful. Sounds great.
We will be right back.
Hello.
Guys. Oh, bro, take it over. Do it.
Hello, guys, and we are going to be back into the second map of the series. Sorry for a little bit of a mess up in the last one. It turns out Inferno was Swagwan's pick, so we'll now be going on to Karls' Autists pick of Mirage.
Absolutely. And Brod, looking at the time at the top, you know what time it is.
3, 2, 1, go! And that'll be us launching into the knife round once again. Gotta get the hype going, boys.
Yeah, and here comes the knife round. Coming in, the frags are traded out, Brod, and the stabs are stabby. The knives are sharp, and the deaths, they're bloody, Brod. Stab.
Oh, they are absolutely awful. If you're playing in low violence mode, normally this would be a shock to you, and it does look like Swagwan will win the knife. Hopefully we can get the right names at the top this time.
What's low violence mode?
Low violence mode is when nobody dies, and when you kill someone, they just kneel down and surrender to you.
Oh.
Fun fact, the only reason I've ever heard of people using it is because it stops ragdolling, so if you have an awful computer, it'll give you a few more frames.
Wait, say it again?
What?
Say it again, what is it?
Low violence mode.
Yeah.
When you kill someone, they surrender to you.
Really?
And don't die. Yep. Anyway, we will be getting into the pistol round now. A little bit of utility picked up on the T side. And actually the T's looking to play towards B. All the utility at A, so you might see a fake coming in here from ERF.
Yeah. Just the one smoke over there towards the A site. 3 men here, ready to push out. Truck ready to respond to this. They have a nice little crossfire in place, and the fakes coming out on A now. However, they are unfazed. Legolas spots the first man and takes him down, and here comes the push. Straight in, Gothmog is close man. Gonna go down straight away. Karl taking him down now. Oh, 1 HP ready to rotate in, but Big Ollie 11 as well. Gonna get lit down on only 8 HP. These CT players so low. The crossfire comes in, however. Legolas takes down 1, takes down 2. And now puts his team into a good situation here. Takes down another one. Legolas is on fire right now, but he does get stopped eventually. And Aragon goes down, putting into 1v1. And Coral, are you kidding me? What was that? A 4K from both sides, but Karls' Autists managing to take that one. What was that, Brod?
A little bit mental is what that was. Coral dropping, I think that was 4 in a row there actually, and just single-handedly saving that round for his team. Obviously putting them onto the buy they have now. Again, not much utility picked up, instead choosing to go for those rifles. Maybe just trying to go for the long-range engagements instead, and it's probably going to be effective as the CT's all gone for those P250s. Not very good at anywhere past mid-range in reality. ERF's actually about to see Aragon, yeah.
Going to get caught out there. Down the one flanking player and in a bit of trouble. Eventually takes down a Frost, but a bit of an odd round here coming out. Just 2 CT players left now. They were pistoling, but Gothmog finds himself a frag. He's got the armor, now he's got an AK-47. That was the only rifle on the side of the CTs, and Legolas with a very nice frag. He is on right now. He's getting absolute headshots all over the place. And now into a 2v2 situation. The CTs have done serious work to get themselves into this, and Gothmog there, the only AK-47 gonna just about mess up his first shot now, just Legolas left. We've seen him do so much work already. Can he do more? Flash comes out, not going to be too effective, and the first peek comes in, takes him down. Good work there from Swagwan, but they couldn't quite close it out.
I mean, brilliant work from Swagwan, taking down 3 players, and with the buy Karls' Autists decided to go for, that could be quite crucial. Lots of rifles dropped. I think 2 Galils dropped in that round, so money going to be tight for the next few rounds, and if the CTs can do something big, we could see a little bit of an issue in the first gun round. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to get that many kills. Taking those long-range duels with the P250s, almost getting something. Unfortunately, 2 get dropped very quickly. I mean, they managed to get 2 players low, but they just can't seem to finish them off. Coral and ERF taking down 2 more. Just Gothmog remaining now on short. And he's going to be smoked off and made essentially useless as the bomb makes its way towards that A site.
Oh, poor JGL-UK. JGL-UK is crying. I didn't know entities had feelings, but cheers, Pezza. God.
Anyway, Gothmog gonna peek back out on short, picked up by Kiyu. Easy frags for all of Karls Autists there against an ecoing CT force.
Yeah, they did a lot of damage in mid there. They just couldn't quite put the work in. And unfortunately, they are going to be keeping 5 players alive for the T side. But in that first round, it came down to a 2v2 situation. That means that the economy could be strained. So, Swagwan, they don't have to do too much work here. They can get straight into this. They put one round together. They could be forcing Karls Autist onto a eco or a force buy. Yeah, Pezza will take this outside. Meet me at land, mate. Come on. You know you want to.
And it does look like Karls Autists are setting up for an A play here. Q about to take the peak. Palace gonna run straight into 2 of them if the smokes don't pop quick enough, but they will full smoke execute coming in. Only Legolas left on site, and they're gonna predict it. Q running around the corner. I thought he was gonna know he was there, but he didn't. Legolas finding a second on YR, and that's gonna be beautiful from then. Aragon coming in as well just before Legolas dies to the smoke, finding one for himself. And the CT's managing to pull that out of the bag from absolutely nowhere. Legolas just saving the round for them. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, Legolas right now is absolutely on point. He's doing so much work. He's on 7 frags. He's the top frag in the server right now. Doing a hell of a lot of work. Paying off for his team. It's going to be the first round on the board. Karls Autists. They do manage to squeeze a round out here. Sorry, a buyout. However, if they lose this round, they're going to be looking at pistols. And that is definitely not something that's good. And big on 11. Takes the peak on mid. YR going down there. And it's going to be the advantage here for the side of Swagwan.
That's also going to be the AWP dropped for Karls Autists. Unless somebody wants to recover it, that's a lot of money just gone away in an instant. Absolutely awful for them. And you're going to see a Frost not wanting to go for that AWP, just watching window instead with an AK as his team decide where to go. And it does look like the bomb's going to be coming vaguely towards that A site. Still just a little bit unsure though, as Q scopes it out. He's going to be looking for the kill onto Pippin. Can't quite find it, but does manage to do some damage. And again, Playhack just not able to decide where to go. Their entire team swinging back and forth across the map, trying to figure out where they can play it. But it does look like they decided A as a Frost picks up one. Q dropping and not actually getting the second one as a Frost swings in for his second of the round. Is he going to figure out where Pippin is playing from? He will, but just a moment too late as he gets fragged upon. And that's going to put it into a 3 versus 3. Pippin very, very low on health. But the CT's still there, and Coral's going to be behind him.
What's Coral doing? Coral managed to kill his teammate, but Era kicks that flip on the big one and takes the head off and takes another head. Coral there could have done a hell of a lot of damage to his team. Letting his teammate die there, baiting him around. A little bit sloppy there. However, it's going to be the round on the board for Karls Autist. I'm now going to see Swagwan back on the save. I think the problem there, brother, they gave him so much position. They let him everywhere they wanted to. And you just saw, I'm not quite sure who it was. I think it was a Frost walking upstairs. He had all the position he wanted to. He was basically on the outside of the CT's were.
Indeed, he was, and I think he managed that again, catching Gothmog out of position at the start of the round there. And making him pay for it a little bit. And Pippin's actually going to try and flash himself in with a pistol. Gonna die as well. A Frost just hitting headshots all across the map. And Kiyu's going to chip in, also finding 2 for himself. And it's just Big Horny Elephant left alive now. A Deagle, some Kevlar, and a Dream. But really nothing else.
Broad, stranger things have happened. However, this is not looking too likely. Just going to be opting for the save. It's going to be a bit of a double save coming out here from the CT side. So going into the next round, they could definitely do with a Deagle and armor. It is going to help them out, especially if they can get those opening frags. Always good to fall back on. However, he's just going to be seeing if he can get himself an eco frag. Oh, sorry, an exit frag here. ERF doesn't spot his head there, but takes off his own. ERF going to go down. The pop flash comes out. Quite catching the Corals. Going to have the easy time there. The pop flash just not quite far enough, unfortunately.
And honestly, this double eco just going to be devastating for Swagwan. I mean, it's already 1 to 5. 1 to 6 is basically going to give Karls Autist all the rounds they need from their T half and allow them to potentially go for more after, so just unfortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. Panzer, if you're going to get cheeky in the chat, mate, we're going to have to square something away. The push down mid here, always a little bit cheeky, so not going to quite prove too fruitful yet. As we saw in that last round, Elephant wasn't quite able to keep his Deagle alive. Pushing all the way around the back. Elephant finally gets himself a frag, but Coral being a little bit audacious there, jumping straight through a smoke, trying to find himself a frag, but found himself surrounded by 3 CTs.
Sorry, just reading the message in TeamSpeak there. A little bit out of it. The bomb is going to go down. Big Horny Elephant has that AK. Might be worth holding on to at this point if they can't get a frag soon, as it is going to be 2v3 at a disadvantage. Big Horny Elephant has both of the kills so far and will be looking for more. Or will he not, looking like he has decided to be the smart man this time and just go for the save?
Yeah, at this point could be the smart play. Let his team up. Aragon, not much to lose. He can find himself an AK here. He'll be putting himself into a good situation. Could find Keo in the back here. Gonna pop up a few shots. Finally finds him. That short and end time could save him, but no. Not quite going to save himself. And that AK-47 does go down. However, all players can be dying here. The money is good enough. Now we're going to see the AWP coming out on YR finally. First AWP of the game.
I was going to say, actually, surprisingly enough, the economy on Karls Autists really not looking too good at the moment. Potentially down to some close rounds. You're going to see, I think it's Q there on $150. And YR going to try and put that AWP to use in the stairs. Going for, well, Ramp, sorry, going for a quick peek. Going to miss it. A Frost not going to fall foul to the same ailment. Finding his first frag in the round.
Pip in there, trying to trade it back out. Not quite able to connect the shots, unfortunately. It's going to mean the advantage stays firmly inside of the T's. And the A push is coming on, however, all 4 counter-terrorists are here, ready to react to this. Taking out those crossfires, and the first one comes in. Big Horny Elephant finds himself ahead of Playhack. Oh, ERF finding that crossfire, peeks out, finds himself another one now, just 2 versus 4. Having to get crossed there, Legolas not quite dead, although I'm not sure he's right to live. He's alive, only 1 HP left on Keo there. If he steps wrong, he is going to find himself in an early grave. And Coral, only man with a decent amount of health, even him, only on 60. Together, both teams can cobble together about 4 players worth of health, which is quite surprising.
And at the moment, it really does look like Swagwan might be finding their second round in the half. Just need to hold the T's off the plant a little bit longer, and they have the positions to do so. Both T's really not looking good, especially Keo there with that bomb on 1 point of health. And it looks like he's going to get a bit mouthy, trying to go for a little bit of a peek. Ends up dying, and his friend goes with him. That is going to be Swagwan finding their second round. The economy for the T is not so great, actually.
Yeah, and as you said in the last round, Rod, the money really is poor. And so they weren't able to cobble together that buy. They are going to force it up. However, a bit of an odd one. YR on nothing, and Aragon opens it up. Takes down a Frost. He didn't have much. Actually, I think he did. I think he had that AWP. So that's going to be a massive loss coming out straight away. Especially if he watches that angle. I don't think he will be, but the AWP is going to be recovered there. ERF picking that up. Looking to put that to good use. And Coral, the only man with the AK-47, takes a peek, but can't quite make anything out of it. 5 versus 4 now.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Pippin just toying with the idea of pushing a little bit further for that information. It looks like he might decide to do it, but ERF gonna go for the full peek in mid, catching Aragon unawares, and that's gonna even the players up, but really not gonna be even yet, as the equipment is still heavily in the favor of the CTs. Just an AWP and an AK to work with alongside some pistols there for Karls Autists.
Yeah, they didn't expect too much from this round. However, bit of an odd buy-up.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not expecting too much from the round, I mean, I can tell they're not with the amount of pistols they went into it with. Why would you buy an AWP?
And he's $0 now. And Kyu finds himself on just $12.50. So, I don't know, maybe they're going for the double save anyway. So he thought, well, why not? Let's just YOLO. But now that he's dead, probably not going to be paying off. Pippin finds himself a flag, puts into a 3v2, but now Coral and the RF Trading it back out. The CTs find themselves a little. Oh, why am I so slow? That was horrific. I think the player dropped from the T side, putting it into a 1v1 there. Frost losing connection. But, oh, what on earth happened there, Brod?
Coral happened, man. Coral and ERF, I think, picking up all the frags in that round between them. Just beautiful. Coral with that AK is almost unstoppable, I think, as we've seen throughout the last game and the early stages of this game. And ERF just making use of that AWP picked up by his teammate. So maybe not a stupid buy, maybe a next level strat we just don't know about yet. And I think I always assume this when something like that happens. Either they got very lucky or they planned it. And it looks like that's going to be planned. A Frost finding the entry onto A site and the second going to have full control there. Only one player remaining in jungle in Aragon. I mean, the rotate is going to come in and Aragon is going to find one. But Coral's going to find one as well. They're just watching for them now. They know there's two left. They know where they're going to be heading for. And I think they even know where they're coming from. You can tell that Q there was expecting Gothmog from CT. Just maybe slightly whiffing it.
Jumping shot there, Wire not quite able to connect with it. And Coral now coming onto the flank. Aragon has been sitting here for so long. Finally going to get caught out now. Just Gothmog left. They know exactly where he is. He got that frag earlier in the round. Going to be trying to boost over, see what he can get done, but the flank is coming in very fast. Coral now on his back. Did he expect it? Turns around, can't quite connect the shots, and he does go down. Gothmog, the last man for his team. 2-8 now. Not a scoreline you want to be looking at for your CT side. Karls Autists have already won this half.
They've won it hard. I mean, 8 rounds T side, 2 rounds CT side. Still 4 rounds, well, 5 rounds to be played, I think. If you include this one, and that is going to sting for Swagwan. The most they can get now is 7, and that is looking less and less likely with each round that passes.
Yeah, still this buy isn't too strong. We're going to see the FAMAS there on Pippin, but we've seen him do a lot of work with it already in the AWP. That's what matters. Takes down YR, gives them the advantage in the round, but they've already done a hell of a lot when that advantage hasn't been going their way. Going to pick up the bomb now. Essentially looking towards the B play here. The pop flash comes in, but Gothmog not going to be affected by it. Taking a bit of a cheeky peek, playing by that car area. Maybe Molotov's out here. ERF looking towards it. Just checking it out. Making sure those angles are clear before he goes into anything too fast. But there's already 3 players on the B site. They are ready. They are waiting. And the push here could be met with a little bit of undue aggression.
And it does look like the bomb's going to be backing out of apps there on B. If not, at least having second thoughts. The T's getting a little bit spooked now by the amount of presence the CTs have managed to muster on this buy. And it does look like they'll be playing a little bit slow. Coral might be able to see something through the grates there. A Frost definitely finding something in Pippin. That's actually going to slightly open up the A site, potentially draw a rotate from one of the CTs if he puts some pressure on it, but he'll decide not to, and that could be to their detriment.
Yeah, the rotate coming in now, full rotate. The bomb's been spotted, but the one man in sight trying to do what he can, goes down eventually. The bomb potentially can be planted here, but one frag comes in from Big Horny Elephant. The bomb has gone down in a 2v3 situation, but the rotate comes in thick and fast. Big Horny Elephant still with that AWP. Just peeks off at the wrong time. Perfect little peek from Kyo. Finds the headshot and goes down to Aragon finally. Well, that was looking a little bit shady. Kyo once again doing a hell of a lot of work.
I mean, even when the T's lose the round, they put in so much work. So I'm never sure which way it's going to go, and that is going to keep the CT economy low going into this round. I mean, they won the last round, but they're going to have the weaker of the buys if the T's decide to force up. So, potentially going to have their economy reset once again as the T's take all rifles on all players, plus a few nades. Same cannot be said for the CTs.
Absolutely, we're even going to see the P90 coming out from Gothmog. We know it's a good weapon, but could potentially be a little bit out of place here. However, Kyo and a Frost, both without head armor, could find themselves a little bit off guard here. Aragon taking a little bit of a cheeky peek at Frost there. Going to be watching the angle, making sure mid belongs to them, and so far not been too much reply way of mid control, and it has been awarded to the T's here. Just sitting around, but the bomb all the way back towards the spawn. They're going to need to collect that at some point, especially as the push is coming in now.
I think the CT's just now realizing that it is looking more like an A push. Maybe not realizing that there's a man in jungle though. or window room, sorry. Aragon gonna hear him moving about and set up for the frag. Gonna find it on YR, taking the first in the round, and once again putting the T's at a disadvantage, but we've seen them play out from much worse than this.
Yeah, that's one threat coming into the site. Karl takes it, big one, ready to trade it out, and Aragon on the crossfire, takes down one. Goes for the second one, can't quite connect it. Era finally takes him down, but on the low health. Legolas is ready on that crossfire to take him out. The last man now going down. Karl can't quite make it happen. That is going to be the 4th round on the board here for Swagwan, finally putting some rounds together.
Yeah, I mean, Swagwan seem to have found their pace a little bit. Not particularly flashy, not particularly quick, but they are grinding out those rounds slowly and surely, trying to win every one left this half for that 7-8 scoreline.
Yeah, I think it's the best they can hope for at this point, and hope they have a T side like they had a CT side last time. But so far, not looking too good on Mirage. This isn't their pick, though. Confirm that. This isn't their pick, is it, bud?
I do not know. I think we were either told wrong at the start or heard wrong. I think this is Karls' Autist pick.
Okay, that makes
I think.
sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But we're going to see 4 players here ready to explode with the B, as they may potentially lose their first man. Legolas not willing to take the duel there. Keeps himself alive and potentially a little bit of information, but not sure quite what they can do with that as the push is coming down onto long now. One man is ready. Gothmog with the P90 could do a hell of a lot of damage here. He opens up, takes down one, but can't quite put it together. Gets taken down, but the big horny elephant is in place. Going to get flanked there, putting it into a 3v2 situation. This is looking a little bit worrying now. However, both remaining Ts don't have armor, so as soon as the first shot rings off, they are going to be hit with that aim punch. ARF here could line up 2 headshots. He finds one. Can't quite connect with the second, but it is a 2v2 situation here, and the bomb is heading off. It doesn't want any of this business, but ARF is doing so much damage. Takes Periwin down to just 22 HP here. Can't quite finish off the job, but he's done the damage. And the bomb is on a hell of a long rotate away.
Pippin's already going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pippin's just going to be watching that ramp area. Q's just not expecting it. Runs out, I think, nade in hand and just gets absolutely decimated. And that's going to be another round in favor of Swagwan here. Getting themselves back into the game, even if by measures. And we're going to see another buy. Well, we're going to see an attempt at a buy come out from Karls' Autist here. One player, ERF, only managing to get that Deagle up. So you can tell their money is stretched very thin.
Yeah, I mean, that was a bit of a weird round, to be honest, bro. I think they really should have just committed to the B site. There was no need for that really long rotate there. Eventually, I think he did lose him around in the end, but the Deagle comes into play. Hero takes the head straight off Big Horny Elephant. And as you can see, bro, a Deagle and an M4, mate, I know who's superior. One Gaming League, boys. One Gaming League. Give the advantage to the CTs, or the T's even above me, but Legolas managed to trade it back out. It's a 3v4 situation. The bomb not yet down. The player's still looking to rotate in. Legolas there just going to be stepping his way into the site. Finally gets in, but the smoke goes down. Going to be caught out there with 2 men on the crossfire. The flanker not able to do any damage. Legolas here finds himself a good position, but he can't quite do anything with it yet, especially as his teammate gets sprayed down. Now Legolas, the last man alive. ERF wants that Deagle headshot, and he's going to get it. Gives his team that 9th round, and going into this last round, bro, the economy for Swagwan is beyond terrible.
I mean, realistically, all they're going to manage here on some players is a 5-7 armor or P250 armor, not even managing to buy up that Deagle. You're going to see that kind of Gothmog there. Really, no nades to speak of apart from Peregrine. I would suggest they just stack a site and hope they get it right, and I think Karls' Autists are going to know their economy is in the toilet, as they are just going to go for the straight rush out A site. Coral finding one onto Pippin already. The rest of them just setting up to pick up the rest as they go for the pushes. Legolas actually going to manage to pick up one, yeah, no, and find an AK to work with for the rest of the round. Q's still just going to be playing there from apps, not wanting to give anything away, but a Frost going to find one anyway, taking the AK out of their hands, actually leaving just 3 pistols to contend with 3 rifles. Might work as the T's are being a little reckless here. Q trying to hit some jumping shots, and him and YR will both go down, leaving just ERF to try and hold the bomb, and he can't. And that will be Swagwan taking the 6th round
and the half ending.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the Road Eagles, bro. Even if they're not getting headshots, they're doing so much damage. Those players are just getting tagged down throughout. And that's why often I quite like it when people, instead of going for the scout, they go for the deagle, because you get that mobility with it. You can run around, stop, take a shot, and be on your way. You know, so it's kind of like a scout. You tag up the enemy player, and then you let the 5/7s do the damage. That's exactly what they did. They got in there, they did the damage. The one Deags would come in, and it's so nice to see a team of 3 Deagles working together. And you just saw how much damage they could do. Finally got themselves around on the board, which they had no right to at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they guessed wrong there. Only one player starting on that site, but they did manage to make something of it. Does have a look like on this pistol round, we're going to see a bit of an A execute coming out of Swagwan here. Looks like they're setting up for a couple of smokes to be thrown over. Only 2 players there with the armor once again. Guessing quite a tactical team due to this strange buying strategy, but the smoke's not going to be perfect. It's actually going to allow for Aragon to spot YR through it, and he's going to stay on the offensive, taking out ERF as well. Gothmog, in the meantime, picking up a Frost, and that just leaves Coral and Kyu to make something happen. Coral's going to know where Big Horny Elephant is, but he's not going to want to take that fight just yet. He's going to let Kyu do it for him, and that's going to open up the site. Or at least he thought it was. Pippin taking him out from down on the actual spot. And it's just going to be Kyu left, potentially wanting to save that armor now, unless he thinks he can hit 4 headshots. I think that was Coral's job last pistol.
Yeah, but gonna go down there to Legolas to close out the round. Now, what's important to remember, Brod, is in the last map, what was the score? 9-6.
I think it was indeed.
When 9-6 down, they still won the map. So, don't give up hope just yet. Don't give up hope just yet.
I mean, fortunately for Swagwan that time, I think that was their T side, so this time not looking quite as likely for that.
Dream is alive, bro. The dream is alive. We've had some crazy comebacks today. I don't think this would be too beyond the point.
I don't know. It remains to be seen at this point. All I know is the T's are going to have a hell of a buy coming into this round. Rifles and SMGs. You'd hope to see them sending a MAC-10 on the offensive, and they'll be doing just that with Gothmog deep in enemy territory on that B site. Not where they're going, but he is going to be trying to draw rotators and make them fight him. Not going to last long though, as KO will finish him off. Pippin on the A site though, finding Coral quickly, and that's going to allow them to have the bomb plant. I don't think they've realized there's still a player on site.
Yeah, but he's not able to do anything with that little lurk he's found. ERF finally goes down. Not quite sure what his plan was there, but frags come in now. The retake is going to be hitting a brick wall as all players go down. P90s, Glocks alike, taking those frags, and ERF in chat there. Awkward, yeah, absolutely. He was sitting there for so long, but didn't quite make it.
I was hoping to look at the sidebar and see a kit and a smoke, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, a bit of a shame there. I mean, I'm going to see a nice deagle coming out on ERF. Going to be a little bit disappointed with his performance last round. Going to pull out that deagle. And you never know, Brod. We could be seeing something quite incredible, potentially.
I mean, we've seen him hit shots with the deagle before, so if he can if he can make that sort of performance happen again, it will be good. But his team not looking quite up to the task. 2 of them going down almost instantly, and ERF drops to a nade from Legolas. The spam going to be put to work. Gothmog dropping in and finding a Frost as well, and it's just Kyu left now.
Yeah, just Kyu. We've seen him in this situation so many times, but with just a P250 and no armor, honestly, Brod, I do not believe that the dream is alive.
I'm hoping he can find 1 kill. I think that's all he can hope for. The P250 no armor is 1 kill, maybe a weapon. Try and run away. And realistically, if I'm the T's right now, I'm sending my MAC-10 player to go and try and hunt him down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not quite what he's doing. He's just sitting here with a deagle, hoping that something's going to come to him, but as of yet, nothing. The closest man is Peregrine. Pippin took. A frag, and he will do. Kyu not going to find anything. Going to go down. That is going to be 9-9. Once again, Brod, we saw this last time. This is the round to watch.
Luckily,
sorry, go on.
I was going to say, luckily this time the CT is actually able to buy up on the tie round, trying to, well, giving them at least a small chance of putting themselves back in favour.
Yeah, finally going to see those weapons coming out, and we are going to see the AWP. Nothing to contest it on the side of Swagwan, however. YR not quite going to be on it yet, and there we go. YR opens it up. Big Horny Elephant goes down. That's going to be the first frag of the round, and Karls Autists giving themselves an advantage into this one. However, if they attack onto A now quickly, there's only 2 men ready to respond to it. Normally you'd see the 3 ERF perfectly flashed off there, but there is no smoke down in the position. And the push. All angles not quite smoked off. Pippin there takes out Aragon, not quite happy with his performance, but takes out another one for his troubles, and Gothwog sprays down 2. That's going to give them at least a little bit more of an advantage there. Coral trying to flank onto Gothwog, can't quite make the shots yet, but eventually takes him down now. Legolas, the last man alive with his Galil. The bomb is down in enemy territory, and Coral is coming in quickly with that flank. He needs to do something now, Brod. That's exactly what he's going to do. Going very slowly, trying to play around with the time here, but the flanker, Coral, has given up. He's gone elsewhere. The bomb has been picked up here. Legolas potentially looking the wrong way here. Q.
He's going to switch his angle. He's going to find Q there instead, leaving just Coral. And Coral's going to be looking in the wrong place, but he should hear Legolas here, and he might be able to set himself up for the shot as Legolas runs past. 12 points of health, and he'll take it. 1 shot to the back, and that will be Legolas gone for good.
Yeah, being a little bit too loud there. I feel like, again, it's the same as the last one. There was no need for that over-rotation. He could have just gone with the A site there. There was no need to run around and do all that funkiness.
Well, I mean, realistically, I don't know what you're expecting, because as Legolas, you'd be expecting both of them to be playing that A site there, realistically. In a 1v2, you expect them to hold one site and then rotate for the retake, because they should be able to. I think Karls Autists is playing a slightly non-standard game there, throwing him off just a bit.
Yeah, and, well, in the end, Brod, it does pay off, and they do win that one. So, that is going to work out for them. However, this is going to be quite an important round. If they can't win out on this one, their economy is going to reset, and we can already see it's weak. They've got Fabas's ERF just down on that Deagle. It came down to the 1v1, and that means money not there.
I mean, we've seen what ERF can do with the Deagle so far, so he might as well have an M4. And at Frost, I think the same can be said for him, finding that initial kill with the FAMAS there. Dropping one of the T's and holding them for a little while. Aragon's going to go for that frag. Going to find it on Coral, but Big Horny Elephant going to be dropped in mid as well. And Aragon's going to be seen from behind. A Frost taking him out. ERF on site finds Pippin as well. And it's all on Legolas again. This time not 2, but 4 CTs waiting for him.
Yeah, he couldn't do it last time, and his chances in this one are even less. However, he is going up against the only man that doesn't have a rifle ready to point at his head. That's ERF, the man on the Deagle. He's going to see him snap over there, and he gets the frag now while with the AWP. Misses his shot, unfortunately, and the bomb is going to go down here. Legolas doing what he can. Going to be now 1 versus 3. Finds the first head. Looks for the second Q there. Over peaking just a little bit. Potentially could be looking the wrong way. Gets up the stairs, and he's going to take him down now. A 1v1 situation. And he takes him down. What? Oh my god, Legolas. I said he was on point, but holy hell, that was incredible.
I mean, never count a man with an AK out, and I think it did all come down to that smoke there, just breaking the AWPer's line of sight from CT, and allowing him to take those as 3 1v1 duels. His aim also another huge part of that. Just beautiful shots coming out from him, and that's actually going to drop the CT straight back onto an eco. Well, actually a force I think they've gone for here. Armor pistol by and an A site stack, but they've guessed wrong. And that is tragic. All of the T's lining up in apps, and they're being tentative. They don't know it's happening. If the CTs maybe show a little bit more aggression, Aragon might figure it out, and you might see the rush come in.
I'm still a little bit shaking, Brod, from that last round, I'll be completely honest with you. But the T's now, they're walking into a site that has very little to no presence. The CT's now coming back in, but they may find themselves running into the angry AKs of these Swagwan terrorists. Gothmog pulls out that hit knife, finds the first one. Second one taken by Legolas. Pippin finding himself a third for the team. Now just Q and ERF left. We see the Deagle coming out on ERF, but last round we saw exactly what it couldn't do, giving that 1v4. However, I feel if they can just get themselves a kill, find themselves a rifle, they'll be doing quite well in this one.
That's going to be Keo coming in with that kill. Exactly. ERF already retreating, just trying to hold on to that armor, and I think that's what they should have been doing from the beginning, really. when you pistol armor buy on your entire team, taking yourselves down to that little money, you probably want to just sack a site, hoping if they don't come defend. Try and hold on to that armor into the next round and maybe buy some rifles up to complement it.
Yeah, I did say Kyu needed to find himself a rifle, however, it was in enemy territory, it wasn't safe to go and get it. So that is going to be the advantage now to Swagwan, finally, not just tied, but they have that advantage. It's 11-10 up, and their T-side so far has been looking very strong. It's going to be the double eco coming out for Karls Autists. Going to have to go on to that second wave to get themselves into the next round, and it potentially could be 12-10 up. Swagwan play this one correctly.
I'd assume it should be 12-10 up unless Swagwan makes some massive errors here. Or unless ERF can do something ridiculous here in mid. It looks like only one person will be offering themselves up, and that will be Big Horny Elephant.
Sure will. So far, no frags being exchanged from either side, and the bomb slowly moving towards B once again. Only one player on the site, but a bit of a trade comes out. ERF finally finds himself a 1 dig, but to get it he had to deal with fire. He will go down in the end, so trading himself out. Now, Kyu just sitting back, waiting for someone to walk into him. Someone will, but he gets taken down. Pippin finds himself the frag, and now a 3v4.
Honestly, the CT's not having much to lose. Probably should go for this. Maybe not looking at it as a way of getting the bomb defused, but more just as some economic damage. Or for Coral, some economic gain. Gonna find that AK and hopefully run away.
Yeah, going into the next round, I think they're going to be buying up anyway. However, anything they can gain is going to do them a world of good. So, holding on to that one. Frost goes down. Wire manages to find himself a frag. If he can recover that rifle, he'll be doing well for his team. Only 3 surviving to Swagwan. Gets a little bit dangerous, gets a little bit sweaty. But they are going to stay alive, luckily. Going into this next round, they're going to have those 3 rifles, going to be able to drop for their teammates. And building an economy now. So important for that T-side. Swagwan, they're strong.
And realistically, if the CTs want to do anything in this game from this point on, they really need to start winning some rounds now, because if they don't get the economy established early enough, they will just be fighting for every round like they are now. With, I mean, you have a Mag 7 on ERF, he's been playing with Deagles, Mag 7s, whatever he can get his hands on, but never a rifle. If they can't get a couple of rounds in the bag, he might be permanently stuck on those subpar weapons. And it looks like Coral's going to find the first frag onto Legolas there in Palace. And he is. ERF just dropping a smoke in front of him, hoping that Pippin won't find the spray. And he's setting up the flash. He's going to flash himself through. Mag 7 in hand, but the T's are going to have disappeared.
Yeah, no one there to receive that. And another pop flash comes in up on balcony. Seeing if they can scout out a little bit of information, and that means the rotate's going to come in. Now, full mid control being taken by the Thieves here. If YR decides to peek with his AWP, he could be staring down the barrel of 4 AK-47s now. The flush comes into mid. Coral being a little bit cautious, watching towards short, can't quite find anything. The timing just a little bit off, but the push from short onto B is coming in now. Coral, once again, timing not quite on his side, and he's going to go down. Pippin takes him down, but the trade's coming in. Frost, Kyu, both getting themselves one, and Aragorn, if he could do it again, hell, I'll eat my hat. Find me a hat to eat, but no. Wire's going to take him down. This time says, no, Mr. Aragorn, we have not got time for your games.
That will be Karls Autists getting themselves around, bringing it one closer to another tie. If they can get the advantage even slightly now, if they can break this T's economy on this round, they should be set to do something with the rest of the game. If not, they are going to be once again very, very poor. So crucial round for them, as have many been.
Yeah, setting up a bit of a default now. Once again, we're not going to see any mid control in the early rounds. Maybe going over there now, but the push on short has come in. And rotate over towards A. This could be a real misplay. The push now is going towards the B site. Only one man. Kyu is there, ready to respond. Takes himself the first frag, but traded out in return. YR rotating in with that AWP, and Legolas on the flank takes down one. Only 3 alive. YR gets himself a nice little down flick there. Takes down one player, but he's been spotted. Gothmog knows where he is, and as soon as he sees him, he's going to take him down. Only one shot was required. 1 bullet, 1 kill. Now a 2v3 retake situation here if Karls Autists wants to even out this round. ERF He pushing it along short, sees one, takes him out, and Coral finds himself another one. This puts him into a dangerous situation here. Tapping away, can't quite find him, but eventually gets him down, and that's going to even out the round. Very nice retake coming out there. Maybe a little bit of a misplay from Swagwan.
Well, I'd say that you saw misplays coming out from both teams there. I think the Orpha on, the Orpha for Karls Autists just getting a bit overzealous there, jumping out of window, not really waiting for his team. Fortunately, ERF and, was it Coral just have the aim to make up for that, finding themselves a couple of frags each and ending the round. And that's going to put the T's on an eco, I think, for potentially the first time this half. Never really been particularly poor. It'll be interesting to see how they play this, and it does look like they're going to go for the standard, just a full B rush through apps. We'll start seeing the kills come in. A Frost picking up one Q with 3 of his own, and a Frost with his second of the round. That's just going to be pure cleanup coming out from the CTs there. Clean round, clean everything. All the Tech 9's gone, and the T's are just going to power on anyway, picking up AKs as they go.
You'll have to forgive me there, bro. My game did freeze, unfortunately, so I wasn't able to see what was going on there. We are going to see the buy here coming out from Swagwan. And finally, the advantage back in the hands of Karls Autists. This is going to be the most important round. 14 rounds, such an important goal to get to. But he's so close to that match point, and YR here could just find himself the opening that they need to get to 14. As Big Horny Elephant is peeking a little bit dangerously, can't find it, and YR takes him down. Now a 4 versus 5 situation. All the CTs need to do is sit back and wait, but ERF finds himself fully flashed there. No push coming through, luckily, so going to keep his life. However, no players on that B site right now.
ERF just really wants to be Apex. They're playing close to ramp, and it will work for him. He picks up Gothmog as a Frost picks up Pippin as well. Legolas just looking the wrong way as Coral peaks, and that will be the death of him too. And it's Aragon, last left alive. He got a 1v4, I think, but can he do the 1v5?
Yeah, should we take a vote?
I mean, he has the bomb. Only one man on B. He could at least be looking at the plant right now.
Yeah, and looking at their economy, they could do with it. If they get the bomb plant, they could potentially be looking at a quasi-bite going into the next round, or even a force up. But he's going to be spotted. Kia takes him down. 14 rounds on the board now for Karls Autists. And Brod, we could be going to a third map here.
Looks like we might be at this point. If Karls Autists can just string 2 more rounds together, they're going to be looking very, very well off. Brain, a bit of an unpredictable map if we do end up going to it, as I don't think we have any knowledge on either of the teams with that map. Both are going to get their picks, though, it would seem, as Karls Autists are going to be up against a very, very weak buy, just essentially a quasi-buy to get them to the next round, 4 match point.
Yeah, very slowly now walking towards that B site. Looking to get nice and close and then just rush it in. Q finds the first, sprays down, finds 1, finds 2, but taken down there by Pippin finally. Now just a man on short left to defend this B site as the rotate comes in. All they have to do, wait out, wait for those teammates to arrive. Now taking up some post-plant positions. Leglash pushes forward, can't quite get the frag, taken out by that very close up AWP of a Frost. Now just 2 versus 4. Saying that, 1 goes down, now just Pippin left. On mid goes down to a Frost AWP, and that is match point to Karls Autists.
1 more round in it, and Swagwan are going to be doing everything they can to stop it going to 3 maps. You're going to see a complete buy come out here. They have the money to do whatever they want, and they will. Aragon picking up that AWP, I think one of the very few AWPs we've seen on this T side so far. Not something they favour, but hopefully something that will end up working for them. The rest just opting for AKs and a barrage of nades to help them out.
Yeah, this is such an important round if they want to force the overtime. This could potentially be the end of it. And the Frost there takes the peak, finds himself. Big Horny Elephant takes him down. Pippin able to trade it out, but Frost is not done. Makes another frag for himself for his troubles. Puts it into a 3v4 situation here. And the CTs firmly in the advantage now on match point. They are very close to closing this one out.
There are 3 frags stand between them and the third map. And the T's really not wanting to give that up, are looking to set up onto that A site. Just Pippin gonna, I think, just gonna flash them out. A couple of flashes and a straight push. One man actually on the site, more gonna be able to rotate in though, but they do even it up initially. Just looking.
3v3 here. YR sitting on the stairs, can't quite do anything yet. Gonna be waiting for his teammates to rotate in. The bomb going down now. Legolas putting it down. Keo going from CT, not quite quick enough to find himself a frag, but gonna be lingering around now. Gonna be waiting, making sure they're all in position before they push. The pop flash comes in, it's perfect. Legolas full flash now. The AWP coming in. Let's see if he can do anything, but these post-plant positions are quite effective. Keep in there, ready to support his teammate. Finds the first. YRF goes down, peeks out. Takes down Keo as well, and Legolas peeks out to take down a Frost. And that is one step in the right direction now. They only need 2 more rounds to force us into overtime here, but the economy is so very strong for Karls Autists. 13,000 on Coral. They are not going to be worried about buying for quite a while.
I mean, some of them not looking too strong, but as you said, some players on over 10,000, they're just looking to pick up anything they want once again. They're going to be out with a very strong buy. The T's not on too weak a buy themselves, going to be looking again towards that A site to try and get yet another round. Really wanting to take this to overtime and find the victory. And that's going to be an A smoke execute, the standard of Mirage. Not seen too many times this game, so hopefully still a little bit potent.
Yeah, but with 3 players ready to respond to it, there we go. YR opens it up, just peeking through the edge of the smoke, luckily traded out by Big Horny Elephant, but the push comes in. Colin drops off there, finds one, traded out himself, puts it into a 2v3 situation, but the flank is coming in already. A Frost from behind could just close this game out. The bomb not down yet, and YR playing with the edge of that now. Just Pippin left. The flank has come in already. He needs to do something now if he wants to win this game, and dancing the edge of the smoke, going to go down. A Frost takes him down and forces us into a third map.
That will be GG. Swagwan, Karls Autists taking their map pick as well. All going to come down to train now, the wildcard map, if there is such a thing. Hopefully both teams fairly confident though, as it isn't one that's been banned out, so I'm going to hope it goes as close. Anyway, it does look like we're going to be on another short break before we go to the final.